Hello and welcome to Staffworks Explained. If you are here for the first time, please consider subscribing to this channel. In this video, we take a closer look at a proposal that has stirred debate across the country, the possible construction of a Thika Nairobi Expressway. This is a corridor already served by the existing Thika Superhighway, a multi-lane road that was once hailed as a transformative infrastructure project. So the central question is this: is another expressway along the same route necessary, urgent, or even viable? And beyond that, what does it reveal about infrastructure priorities, public finance, and politics in Kenya today? To understand this issue, we must begin with what already exists. The Thika Superhighway, commissioned during the tenure of President Mwai Kibaki, expanded what was once two-lane road into a modern highway with up to 4 lanes and in some places 3 lanes in each direction. At that time, it significantly reduced travel time and eased congestion. However, the relief was proven temporary. Over the years, rapid expansion, population growth, as well as increased vehicle ownership has overwhelmed the road. Settlements, commercial hubs, as well as institutions have mushroomed along the corridor, turning it into one of the busiest routes in the country. Today, peak hour traffic congestion is once again severe. This brings us to the current proposal. Leaders, including the President and the Deputy President, have publicly supported the idea of constructing an expressway along this route. While detailed project documents are not yet public or fully public, such a project would likely resemble the Nairobi Expressway, a controlled access highway designed to allow uninterrupted high-speed travel, typically financed through public-private partnership and repaid via toll charges. From a project management perspective, several questions arise immediately. First, the viability questions. An expressway is not just a road. It is a high-cost infrastructure investment requiring careful demand forecasting, financing, modeling, as well as risk allocation. Early estimates suggest that a project could cost hundreds of billions of shillings, depending on design, whether elevated, ground level, or hybrid. Given Kenya's current debt levels, financing would almost certainly rely on private investors under a concession model where a company builds and operates the road for a fixed period before transferring it to the government. This typically means tolling. The question then becomes, will enough motorists be willing to or able to pay to make the project financially sustainable? The second question is prioritization. Kenya's road network still has significant gaps. Major highways leading out of Nairobi towards regions such as Western, Northern, as well as Eastern region remain largely single or dual carriageways, often plagued by congestions and safety concerns. Critics argue that allocating resources, even indirectly through guarantees or policy focus, to a second high-capacity road in the Mount Kenya corridor raises equity concerns. Why prioritize a region that already has a dual carriageway highway, approximately 135 kilometers, the Nairobi Keno Marwa highway, while other regions struggle with basic road infrastructure? This feeds into a broader political interpretation. Some analysts suggest that the proposal may be politically motivated, that the Mount Kenya region has been central to recent electoral dynamics, and infrastructure projects have historically been used as tools for political signaling. The argument here is twofold. One, that the government could be attempting to win favor in a region perceived as politically fluid. Two, that it could also create a narrative that the region continues to receive disproportionate investment despite shifting political alignments. Whether deliberate or incidental, such perceptions matter in a country where regional balance is a sensitive issue. However, it is equally important to separate perception from technical need. There is no denying that Thika Road corridor is under immense pressure. Traffic congestion has real economic cost, lost productivity, increased fuel consumption, and reduced quality of life. But the key question is whether an expressway is the most effective solution or simply the most viable one or visible one. Experience suggests caution. When Thika Superhighway was expanded, congestion relief was short-lived due to what planners call induced demand. This means that increasing road capacity often encourages more people to use the road. There will be more cars, there will be more developments along the corridor, and eventually bringing congestion back to the previous levels. Without complementary measures, an expressway could face the same outcome over time. This brings us to an often overlooked issue: stalled bus rapid transit, or BRT project. This was along the same corridor and among others. Significant public funds were used to construct BRT infrastructure, including dedicated lanes and stations. Yet today, many of these structures remain incomplete and unused. The BRT system was intended to move large number of people efficiently using high-capacity buses, reducing reliance on private vehicles, and its failure to materialize raises serious concerns about planning continuity, institutional coordination, as well as accountability. Why invest in an expressway when a potentially transformative public system or transport system remains unfinished? From a project management perspective, this points to a deeper issue: integration. Effective urban transport solutions rely on a single rely on a single intervention. They require a coordinated approach: mass transit like systems like BRT, a commuter rail. We have one that runs across that region or that corridor. There should be a traffic demand management, land use planning, as well as, where appropriate, road expansion. Focusing heavily on high profile project without addressing the broader risk system risks repeating the same mistakes or past mistakes. Alternative solutions exist. Reviving and completing the BRT system could significantly reduce the number of vehicles on the road. Expanding commuter rail services along the corridor would provide another mass transit option. Implementing policies such as carpooling incentives, staggered working hours, and improved traffic management could also ease congestion at a fraction of the cost. Even better, enforcement of existing traffic rules can have measurable impact. In the end, the debate over Thika Nairobi Expressway is not just about the road. It's about how decisions are made, how priorities are set, how public resources are used, whether direct or through partnership, are allocated, and also it's about balancing immediate needs with long-term sustainability and visible projects with effective solutions. So as we conclude, one thing is clear: congestion problem along the Thika road is real and urgent. But urgency alone does not justify any solution. The challenge for policymakers is to ensure that whatever path is taken is grounded in evidence, aligned with national priorities, as well as integrated into broader transport strategy. Otherwise, the country risks becoming or building another expensive road, only to find itself a few years down the line stuck in the same traffic. So thank you for reaching this far. If it's your first time here, please consider subscribing to this channel. You can also hit the notification bell so that whenever you upload a new video, you are notified. Also, watch other videos that you have made on other projects in Kenya, in the East African region, in Africa in general. So let's meet in the next one. Thank you.